Hi guys, so I'm going to be making a sweet and sour chicken stir fry with a lot of ginger, garlic and sesame seeds. I'm going to be serving that with a very simple garlicky fried rice. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy both these recipes. The first thing I've done is I've cut up about 500 grams of boneless chicken and these are squared pieces. In that I've added 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil, 1 heaped teaspoon of corn flour and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Next I've added some crushed black pepper, some red chili powder, and if you want to raise the heat, some red chili flakes. I also want you to add some sesame seeds in this. You're going to be adding sesame seeds later. Again, a little bit of salt and a couple of drops of water, and I want you to mix that up. Oil to a very hot pan and then separately fry the chicken pieces just like I did the Mongolian chicken. Don't crowd it too much, guys, because it splatters so much and makes a big mess all around. So I use this net so that it prevents it from splattering on the glass right there. Hello. Okay, I've taken the chicken out in a bowl and in the same oil I'm going to be frying some mushrooms. I'm actually going to be sauteing this till it leaves water, and when it's done I'm going to remove this as well and add it to the chicken. Okay, I've taken out the mushrooms and I've added that to the chicken. In the same pot kadai, you can add about 1 tablespoon of white sesame seeds, and I have black sesame seeds. I don't know if you have it or not, but if you do then please add some as well, about half a teaspoon. Saute that well. We're going to be using some sesame oil at some point as well. But for now, I'm going to be adding 1 heaped tablespoon of ginger and a heaped tablespoon of garlic to this. Don't worry about it, it's not going to be too strong. Saute till it's light gold. Add some red chili flakes, this is optional. Add the chicken mushrooms back and just stir fry for a wee bit to make sure it's coated with the ginger and garlic, and then take it off the stove. But like after an entire minute of sauteing this, then take it off the stove. Set that aside, and I've taken half a cup of water. I'm boiling it. In this I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. That's 1. And people have been asking what oyster sauce is. This is oyster sauce. And about a tablespoon of vinegar. That's I think a little more than a tablespoon. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1, and that's 2. I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of ketchup. This is going to take a little time, so bear with me. And once that comes to a boil, I'm going to lower the temperature and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay, so I tasted that. I felt the honey was less, so I added another tablespoon, so in total 3. And in this we're going to cook a teaspoon of ginger for just about 2 minutes. Now that I find it pretty okay, I'm going to be adding about 2 cut up spring onions. I'm just going to let it stew in this for like 30 seconds. Don't want to overcook it. Okay, that's done. Put this back on the fire, turn it up. If you want to make it more saucy, just double the ingredients of what I've used. If I've used 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, you can use 4. If I've used 1 tablespoon of vinegar, you can use 2, and the rest. Okay, so I'm going to be adding the sauce into the mix. I felt I needed to cook it a little bit without putting the sauce directly into the chicken, because I felt that the chicken is going to dry up if I cook the chicken in the sauce. That's why I did it separately. This is nearly done. Coat this well. Just one last thing to do now. A whole lot of basil. I'm going to be adding a whole lot of basil. This is ready, guys. Do check if you want to add some more sugar to this, some more salt, some vinegar. Otherwise, we're good to go, all set. Right before serving, you can add a little bit of coriander. and some sesame oil, just a few drops. I also wanted to point out that this is very different from the Mongolian chicken I made the other day. This is sweet denser, and I feel it's as easy, however totally different. Moving on to the rice, I boiled about 2 cups of rice and set it aside. And in this pot, I have some hot oil, and I have taken 2 eggs, beaten it, seasoned it with salt and pepper. I'm going to fry it. Break it up. To add a little bit more oil in this pot, I'm taking about 2 tablespoons of garlic and saute that with 1 tablespoon of bird's eye chili and 1 tablespoon of parsley. I've added a can of corn. This is sweet corn. Saute this well. I've taken that much amount of spring onions. That's a lot. That's at least 3 to 4 large spring onions. And some coriander. Mix it well, and then we're going to season it and then add the rice. Season this with crushed black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and then I have this seasoning I'm going to be using, just a sprinkle, so around about 1 tablespoon to maybe 1.5. And now you can add the rice. I like to use my hands, guys. I'm breaking up the rice while doing so. And the key ingredient I forgot was sugar. You can add that as you're going to be making it at your pace. And when you watch this video, you will realize you have to add the sugar before you add the rice. But I'm human and I forget too. Okay, so if at this point you feel you want to add a little bit more seasoning, you may add a tablespoon of oyster sauce. There's the parsley that I have lying around for garnishing, and because I have so much basil at home today and I have coriander, I've added that too. And right at the end, as I said earlier, I'm going to be adding a little bit of sesame oil. Okay, so that's all there was to this yummy garlic fried rice with corn. The fried rice is ready, and with that I've made this delightful honey glazed garlic ginger chicken, and I'm also serving this with a salad. So basically what I did was I washed these salad leaves, I added some sesame oil to that, and then I cut up some bird's eye chilies, added that. There's a little bit of salt, there's a lot of lemon, there's some peanut, and that's about it. This is the salad I have prepared with the rice and the chicken. I hope you guys liked these 2 recipes, and I hope you're going to be making this soon.